Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Uh, I'm honored to be invited and just to represent the English-speaking PES community, providing feedback and giving impressions. So I'm excited. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome, awesome, great to have you here. So, as you saw today, we've announced or revealed a new trailer
Hmm.
with lots of details, and we also announced Usain Bolt as a pre-order exclusive in my club. Quick thoughts on what we've unveiled today?
Well, I definitely want to see Bolt and Aubameyang do a sprint to see who's faster. But no, everything you announced was awesome. Um, with regards to the trailer, uh, definitely lighting, player models, animations are the things that really hit you
Yeah.
right off the bat. Um, that defending, you really have to be on the ball. It's not automatic anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you really have to be aware. You use R2.
Yeah, and that
face
that
up.
just doesn't apply to the bigger, stronger players. It applies to the more nimble, smaller players as well. They can kind of squeeze their body in between the ball and the player and kind of shift away. Like you'll see that with like Griezmann. You'll see that with Iniesta. You'll see that with these kind of smaller, less sort of bulkier players. And that kind of plays a part in the way you play the game. What do you think about in terms of the shooting and the passing? I know there was a few you yourself mentioned about variation.
Yeah.
I think
Defenders definitely in
Yeah.
terms of passing.
Yeah.
I definitely noticed a difference, especially in their turning and passing, which was welcome, and just in the variation in passing, the ball physics. I mean, we're almost going to rehash this when we come back, but the ball physics very much improved. Shots were going wayward. They weren't
Yep.
automatic. I felt like last year, shooting and passing, even on one bar, was very automatic. And this year, it's just much more free, a lot more error. Especially playing against Atletico Madrid, who are so good defensively.
I love playing as them personally.
I know.
Yeah.
And that game didn't count, by the way. It was my first game. It didn't count. We didn't finish. You had to go do an
I was
interview.
winning 2-0, by the way. It was
You had to
2-0.
go do an interview, okay? It never hit 90 minutes.
So we're about 2 minutes away. Thanks for bearing with us. This is our first stream of the day, so we're having a few technical issues, but we're gonna switch to the presentation in about a minute's time.
Okay.
So let's wrap up.
Yeah.
The presentation with Adam is gonna be about 20 to 25 minutes long, guys. He's gonna go through detail about everything we've announced so far. You'll have a look at the trailers as well again if you missed out. But we're gonna move on to Adam, and we'll be back after that.
Sounds good. Unless they want us to keep going. So we... Oh.
What was the issue?
Before? Yes, yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. You can tell that we don't usually do that. Yeah, I'm on. I think I'm very loud, to be honest. Yeah. Can you not what? Can you not hear me? Oh, okay. 1 minute. 4. Hey everyone, and welcome to the PES 2018 E3 show. For the first time ever, we are going to be live streaming this, and I'm going to be taking you through all the key features of PES 2018. My name is Adam Batty. I'm the global product and brand manager. I'm here with a few members of the dev team who are to everyone's left. Taya-san, who's the assistant producer. And we have Akane here from the dev team as well, who will be translating. So Taya-san's here for any questions that you guys might have as well, straight to the dev team. And Akane will be here to support and translate. We also have my right-hand man, left hand today, is Andre, who's the brand manager from the US and LATAM team as well. So we are doing a live stream for the fans, and this is the first time that we've done this kind of thing. I'm not sure how many of you guys were here last year. We were in a smaller room. I was screaming at a screen in this massive room. But for us, PES 18 is a huge moment. It's us working on a football game for 3 years. It's a big change to the series that we've made for a long time, and something that we all feel was definitely needed to make a big impact this year. So what we're talking about are 3 key areas. Obviously, the headline is that 3 years in the making. When we say the biggest change to PES since PS4 and Xbox One debut, what it means is PES 15, 16, and 17 were some key improvements. The visuals improved, the gameplay improved, but you could see a thread. And what I've been saying to a lot of people is that PES 2018 is cut from a different cloth. It's a clear difference. As soon as you see the game, as soon as you play it, it's still PES, but it's vastly different in how it looks, how it moves, and how it feels. Best quality products in a decade. Still, the fans, the dev team in Japan still feel that we had this incredible peak with PES 6, and it's what the fans keep telling us that we went back to, but we completely feel them, and we felt that we've made fantastic games, but we've completely eclipsed that era. And this is a really important one as well, laying down the foundation for the future. This is what we're saying, that a game that took 3 years to make, and we're entering what we're saying internally at least is a 3-year cycle of big changes, changing the approach, doing some crazy things that people might not expect us to do. And for sure, that is something that I'm going to get onto after this slide. Just to make sure everyone's aware here as well, we did announce our release date on the 17th of May. So the game is coming out on the 12th of September here in the US and in Latin America, and worldwide a few days later. We're on the same formats as last year. Really important that the Steam version, the PC version, is now the highest standard. For many years, it's been based on the PS3 and 360 engine, some kind of a hybrid. But now it's definitely the best place to play PES. So, the E3 announcements. I mentioned laying the foundation for the future, doing some crazy things, and this trailer is certainly one of them.
And here's Bolt. Can he get the shot away? Lightning Bolt! Catch him if you can!
Pre-order now and get me in my club.
How mad is that? Absolutely crazy. I do want to say one thing about this. Obviously, a lot of you guys might know that Bolt has wanted to get into football for a long time. He's a huge football fan. When he finishes his racing career, he's looking to get into football right now. I think he's been linked with a French second division team. And this was such a cool conversation that we had with his people during a football match where we literally asked each other, who are you, what do you do, oh I do pairs, oh I'm Bolt Sajan, we should put him in the game, yeah we should, and that was it. It was a great conversation. Obviously when you have endorsements and stuff, you talk about, you know, paying players and things. In terms of that kind of conversation, never came into it. It was all about him being in a football game and him wanting to look fantastic in the game as well. That's why you got his signature celebration. We went out to Jamaica. Someone has to do it. And we 3D scanned him. He was an absolute blast to be with. So the next thing for us is to not necessarily tell you that we've got Diego Maradona because we had him last year, but more a statement of intent here. Because last year we had over 30 legends which were built through partnerships with the likes of Barcelona, for example, and Liverpool. Whereas this year we are going to be announcing a lot more partnerships in the future where we will be working with a lot more legend players. But we're working in a way where we're going to go individually to certain players to do some really crazy deals. Legends are extremely important to us, but we want to be different. We don't want to sign a whole bunch. We want to sign the best. We've got some really big announcements coming over the next few months about who we're teaming up with, and they will be footballers, they won't be Bolts. Okay, the second really big announcement for us here at E3 is the announcement of the online beta. Now, the online services in PES for the past few years have been inconsistent, regularly inconsistent. And what we want to do is change that story. We haven't done an online beta since PES 11. We really are focused now to make sure that PES 2018 launches with a stable online service. This is not a marketing tool. This is literally us reaching out to all the fans watching us right now. Get onto the beta, download it on the PS4 and Xbox One over those 11 days. Play the 3v3, which is a new mode, which I'll speak about. Play the quick match. We'll be getting data. We'll be sending out surveys. And we promise you we'll be releasing a day one patch to make sure the online quality is of the highest standard we've ever had. So, following E3 as well, we are going to be doing a world tour. So for myself, I'll be traveling around Europe in the UK, France, Germany, Italy, and Latin America as well. Andre will be traveling to Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Chile, seeing the fans, seeing the press. And one really cool thing is if you guys can make it, we'll be allowing you guys to capture the game as well. Okay, so to the Super 7. On the 17th of May, when we announced the game, we announced 7 key things. Gameplay is always something that we speak about. For the past 4 or 5 years now, I've been coming to E3 Gamescom, and all I talk about is gameplay, which is nice. It's what we're known for. But it's always nice to have something more to tell the story, especially if I'm telling you we've taken 3 years to make a game. So now gameplay is one of the key features. We've massively upgraded the visuals. We've got PES League integration, online co-op, new improved modes, presentation overhaul, and then finally, I mentioned just before, PC being new gen. Here at the show, I'm really happy to say we've got 2 PC stations. We're working extremely closely with NVIDIA and their GeForce tech. So please take a look. We believe it's the best way to play PES, and we thank NVIDIA for their support this year. So, gameplay masterclass. I'm going to whiz through the gameplay because you'll be playing it next door straight after I finish this presentation. But here's what to watch out for. First thing is the dribbling. Super responsive. Brand new animations. Individuality. Messi turns faster than PK, for example. But it looks fantastic using the favored foot. Beautiful animation. Feeling of total control. Massive change to PES 17. The second thing, which is really key, is the auto protect feature, which is brand new. It's the player having the intelligence to know where the opposing player is coming from. They will move around, shift with the ball, but it's all contextual. It's not a tricky button presses. Then you have the full body touch. It's something that we brought in last year, but it's just more animation, more individuality. You'll see Neymar here taking that touch in a cool kind of way, and you'll see it depending on where the ball is, if it's the chest or the thigh, they will control it in a variety of ways. Opposition awareness, which is similar to the auto protect, but it's just basically if you're playing a long ball on the ground from deeper, you'll have a lot of use for those big, strong players where they can hold back. So if they're not fast, they still have a great use. What adds to this is the real ball physics, something that we add every year, which is really important. We focused on making the game extremely slow. We had the feedback on focusing on realism, and it's something that you'll notice when you actually play the game. It's a lot slower than last year. The way the ball behaves is a key feature of this, how it travels along the ground. It's still, you can still ping the ball about, but you have to get the power right and with the right player as well. New set pieces, a key thing that the fans wanted us to change was to remove the guideline. So we've taken that away. We've gone back to the older styles with the corner kicks, free kicks, and even the penalty kicks as well, where it's easy to understand, simple control, but it has that depth as well. For example, when it comes to the penalty kicks, if you're Messi, you have a much more error in how much power you put on. If you aim for the bottom corner or top corner, he's more likely to score. When you've got when you're the goalkeeper, it's more about choosing the right way, and then the keeper ability allowing you to reach those really, really difficult spots. I guess it's the new fad now, the one-player kickoff. We do have that in the game as expected, but you can also activate the two-player kickoff with a few button presses as well. So the visuals, this is something that you'll notice straight away. I think this is where PES sells itself. I can tell you that it's a different game and it's changed, but when you first see it, it's clearly different from PES 17. We've done so much work with Fox still, and we're still learning, but one thing that we did do is we worked really hard on the visuals and the animations to make it so when you saw it, it was a clear, massive difference. So the player models is something that helps us because now they look really authentic, like footballers, athletes. You've got the tattoos, how the shorts look, things like that. The human motion, which is part of the animation, is really, really key in terms of how it links together. But one of the key reasons why PES looks so different from last year is that we've completely changed the base layer animations. So it's all very good having loads of shooting animations, passing animations, but it's how the players stand, how they turn the body when the ball's coming over them, how they start to run, going through slow to starting to sprint, and full-on sprinting. This has completely changed the look of the game. Facial emotion, that's actually the first time that we've ever done work on the faces to a great level, and you can see how happy Griezmann is there after scoring his goal. You'll see pain when they're getting tackled. You'll see gritting of teeth when they're holding off players as well. It looks fantastic. Goalkeepers always get a really nice boost every year. The animation is absolutely fantastic this year, especially when they're throwing the ball out, moving the ball. You'll see fingertip saves. One thing that I really like about them this year, though, is that they seem more alive to situation, more urgent in spotting danger and seeing a loose ball and pouncing straight away. Something that's really helped with the visuals is that the dev team actually went around to our partner teams and captured the stadiums. Certainly in the case of Barcelona, they spent a few days there where they actually did full daytime capturing of the stadium and then stayed till the evening and then put on the floodlights and then did the nighttime as well. They actually went through the tunnel, as you can see, it looks like a picture, and they went into the locker rooms, which you can see here. We also did that journey from locker room to the pitch as well, and that's obviously a famous scene going out into Anfield. The crowd is really important change as well. You'll see them react, but in terms of just how they look and the fidelity is so much better than last year. Match presentation, it's really helped with us adding in the new player images, which is like the real images, but it's like watching a real match presentation. So if you just miss a shot, in the next goal kick, you'll see an image of how many shots you've made with these images as well. So new modes, I'm going to whiz through these as well for you guys. So online co-op, super important for us. I think PES has a challenge to convince a lot of people to come over, and I think everyone knows why. And I think out of this room, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of you might love PES, and then the rest of you might not. And it's really important for us to be able to bring yourself, if you love PES, and your friends over to play with you. And 3v3 is really important for us because of the integration into PES League, but also trying to create this kind of clan-style feel to playing PES as well. We've got some really cool things like when you score a goal in 3v3, you can do some team celebrations with some button presses that pop up as well. So it's actually a really cool feature coming into PES. We do have 2v2, which is something the fans wanted a hell of a lot. And the mode integration, what that means is that we've actually taken that into PES League as well. So this is an image from just a few weeks ago now where the center kid was 17 years old, won $200,000 at the UEFA Champions League final, and that's the runner-up with $100,000. We're taking esports extremely seriously. We're going to announce so much more at Gamescom, but we have the 3v3 going into PES League, which is going to be huge. We have my club going into PES League from the start, and this is for the online fans. We're having stat balancing as well. What that means is that you might not support Barcelona. You might support that second division French team that Bart's going to go play for, but you want to be playing with them online against Barcelona, and that's what stat balancing will bring. With my club is going to benefit from those real-life images, really enhancing the presentation. I mentioned going into PES League from launch. We're changing the scout auction system as well, where you can go and try and sign the players you want, which we'll speak about a little bit later. And for co-op as well, what's really cool is that me and my friend can have a co-op my club team. So Master League, again, a huge fan favorite. I think it's a mode which everyone grew up with. We're going to town with this. We've got pre-season tournaments. We've got cutscenes before a match, especially before a really big one. And you'll see some of that in the final trailer. We've got a new transfer system going into the game as well. And as you can see, a brand new menu presentation. A random selection match, talking of PES 6. This is a huge fan favorite mode from over a decade ago, and it was literally where you could pick 3 different teams and it would give you a random selection of players, and we brought that back into PES, and we actually brought in a trade system as well. What that means is once you've got your team, you have a few rounds to rob or steal your friends' players, and vice versa as well. And then finally, the UI overhaul, something again that the fans wanted. We had a lot of feedback in terms of the menu flow of PES, and it's something that we've really, really worked on. And again, just to mention, those real-life images, I think, add so much to the PES presentation. And obviously, it's E3. We announced the game less than four weeks ago, and we've just announced some crazy stuff at the show. We've got so much more to come. So right now, the cover is not the final cover. We're still to announce the demo date. The PES ambassadors. I mentioned legend players being extremely important. We've got some huge ones to announce. Licenses, always a hot topic. We've got that to announce soon. As with partnerships as well. Special edition for the physical version across different territories. And finally, PES League 17-18 season, which should make a huge debut at Gamescom when we talk about what we're going to do for next season. Probably lots more money going to young PES players. Okay, so going to end now with the E3 trailer just before I let you go and play the game. Thank you.
Busca el hueco por arriba. Sergi Roberto. Un país entero vibra.
announce it.
Rakitic la toca en corto. Bonita pared. Balón para Messi. ¡Qué genialidad de Messi!
Rüber nach rechts. Lukas Piszczek. Da kann sich was entwickeln für Dembélé. Das ist der Wahnsinn von Dembélé.
Griezmann. ¡Qué buena combinación! Balón raso al hueco. Chuta Griezmann. ¡Qué genialidad de Griezmann!
Eingabe von Max Meyer. Und der Volley-Schuss. Ein Spektakel von Choupo-Moting.
Here it comes. Roberto Firmino. Wonderful from Roberto. Coutinho. And Coutinho. Oh, brilliant. Just brilliant. And look who it is. It just had to be.
¡Qué lujo! ¡Una sutileza! Pisa el acelerador y se lanza al ataque. Deja pagando al defensor. Controla la pelota. Atención con esta, puede ser. Atención que puede convertir. Le va a pegar. ¡Va a ser un golazo! ¡Sí, golazo! ¡Golazo! ¡Gritado con fuerza! ¡Que explote el corazón! ¡Un verdadero golón!
Okay, guys, and that's it. Thank you for coming. Thanks for everyone for streaming in. I'm now going to pass you over to the hosts in the next room. Over to Asim. Thanks.
Welcome back, guys. First of all, want to apologize for the audio issues there a bit earlier on. We seem to have fixed them now. We're going to quickly, before we go into some thoughts, Brian, quickly going to go into some stuff about this box. So this bundle we'll be giving away. If you tweet us or Facebook post or Instagram post with the hashtag PES2018E3 with a picture of yourself watching the stream or just talking about the stream, we'll pick someone towards the end of the stream and they'll win this lovely box with a branded PES controller and a branded PES headset. Look at it. Nice little mark there. Okay. Brian.
Yes.
Presentation over. Let's talk about the game itself. You've had some hands-on with it.
I have.
You've looked at kind of the key features Adam's talked us through.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
If you want to break it down, you can go visuals first. Visually, wide cam, as I said before, I don't know if they were able to hear us earlier, but wide cam looks amazing.
Yep.
It really does.
Yep. Go ahead.
No.
Keep talking. Keep talking. Don't worry. Don't get any distractions.
Wow, wide cam looks great. But when we get into gameplay, the one thing you notice, 2017, the way the game moved, it almost moved sort of structured.
Uh-huh.
And in 2018, I guess with the improvement in animations, which there are a ton, the game just opens up for you. It just feels more free, more organic. One thing that I absolutely love is when you go back last year's game, you could press all over the pitch and not be caught out because your team would get back
That's
so
right.
quick. And now it's risk reward when pressing. If you try to gegenpress, you get by that first line of pressure, you'll get
caught on the break. You'll get caught on the break.
You're gonna get caught open.
Yeah, especially with teams like Dortmund who are present in the demo. and Atletico Madrid as well, who've got pace on the wings. They've got
Right.
Griezmann, got Torres, got Carrasco,
Right.
Gaetan, players like that. So yeah, what else kind of caught your eye?
The pace of the game is brilliant. I also love the weight of the players. You guys have like a no-touch dribble now with the left stick,
It's beautiful.
which is it's so intuitive. It really is amazing, and the way you can wrong foot players and use their weight against them. And one of the things I noticed is because attacking now, they've added these elements.
Yep.
Is defending, you have to use R2 to kind of face up. Because if you just hold X now and lunge into a player,
You're not going to get very far.
right?
You're not gonna
Exactly.
Get very far.
You're not going to get far at all.
Yeah.
And you're going to get burned, basically. So,
Okay, so we're going to wrap up. Brian, pleasure.
absolutely.
Lovely to have you on. We're going to have a quick transition, and then I'll be here with Mr. Adam Batty himself, answering some of your questions that you tweeted us. And yeah, so tune in for that.
Sounds good.
Hello. You ready?
Of course. Oh, great. Lenny's in my camera. Smile. Don't have
Welcome back, guys. I'm here. Wait a minute. We've got to do the hotline blink. We've got to do the hotline blink. It has to be done. I'm here with Adam Batty,
Hey, everyone.
Global and Product Brand Manager for PES. He's trying to knock over the box over here. Don't do that.
I'm
This
so
is going
jealous.
This
I'm
is going
so
to
jealous.
someone at the end of the
Wow.
stream. Not even Adam gets one of these.
I didn't know that we were giving them away so many. They look fantastic.
So we're here at E3.
Yeah.
You've done a couple of presentations.
Yeah.
You've walked everyone through the key features that we've announced and revealed so far.
Yes.
What is the thing that gets you most excited about PES 2017?
It's hard to pick one. If I was gonna, what makes my job super easy, I think this year is the visuals and the animation.
Yep.
Because what it means is that people go and play the game. They see it straight away, and I don't need to tell them that we've improved animation, the visuals, and everyone so far seems to be, as is life.
Yep.
You have something that looks nice,
Yep.
you probably like to look at it a little bit more than if it didn't. And with Pez's case, we've got so many people just talking about the animation, how it moves, the visuals, the lighting. A lot of them are sticking with the nighttime lighting, which is kind of interesting.
I prefer that as well to say.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I think with the company especially, it's absolutely fantastic as well. But I still let's play daytime as well. So I think it's amazing to see. I'm sorry, I'm talking to you, and someone just nearly scored a great goal.
There's people playing right
yeah,
now, right
right
next to
behind
us,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I would say visuals and animation.
Okay. So one of the key things that people have talked about on Twitter and been asking us questions about are the free kick and penalty system.
Okay.
So we did a stream earlier on Twitch where they got a kind of a look at it. I
Yeah.
missed the free kick, but
Yeah.
they got an idea of how it works. Do you want to go in a bit more detail about that?
Yeah, no, I want to keep it simple for everybody because I don't want to overcomplicate the feeling. One thing that I will say is, I was playing not this build. I was playing Master League with AC Milan, the best team in the world, and I had a free kick with Suso. And just before that, I was playing the E3 build with Coutinho, and I was learning his power of exactly how much power he would need to get over the wall and down again. And I used the same thing in my head for Suso and realized I was ballooning the ball over, which clearly then told me, well, he obviously has a different kind of error window where you can overpower it. So with Suso, the next free kick that I took, I learned from that less power because it's going to go higher faster than if it was someone who's actually known for a lot of free kicks and managed to score the goal. Okay. And for me, it's not about holding up as the power going down or down. I mean, down will certainly make the ball go on the ground, but it's actually really important to think of it like power as it's filled up, left or right. And then it's all down to the player ability, your ability on getting the power right for that player.
Yeah.
Some players will have, more... they'll allow for more error.
Yep.
So that's what's really important.
That's good to hear. So one of the big things we've unveiled today is Usain Bolt. Ooh. He's coming to PES.
Crazy.
And he's a pre-order exclusive. So pre-order if you want to get him in my club.
Yeah.
Can you tell our viewers a bit more about that and how that came about?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it on the presentation. To be fair, it was genuinely a case of a conversation between people during a football match. His reps were there. We got talking, and it was as simple as that. I know it sounds crazy to think, but I think these kind of deals have to happen like that. You do have to have some kind of mutual passion, mutual desire to make it happen, and we just happened to meet, and it just happened so fast and so easily. And I think the most important thing for us was to make sure that he was super authentic.
Yeah.
You know, making sure he looked fantastic, could get his player model right. We did a 3D scanning, and you know, his celebration is just fantastic. I absolutely love it as well. But I think it's important for everyone to understand is that that's the kind of deals that make sense. If it's not a footballer, it's somebody who's linked closer to football. You know, hopefully he does get a team in the French second division, because then he'll actually be in the game.
Yeah,
Because we
true.
do have that.
True.
So that'll be fantastic. But I mean, for me, it's just kind of cool because I'll be honest with you, it's great to see this amount of comms and buzz for PES right now. I'm being approached by people on websites of different categories, and you know, just not video games, and suddenly everyone knows what PES is, and it's just great to have.
Okay. And what about stats?
Stats. He'll be the fastest guy in the game. Surprise! I think for the overall stat, we're not talking about it right now.
Okay.
Obviously, it's going to be great to control.
Okay, cool. So you saw on Twitter, we kind of unveiled Griezmann's celebration. Any more celebrations we can look out for apart from the hotline bling? The dab? You're talking about the dab?
Yeah. Was it? Did it not look like a tab? It looks like kind of weird. Yeah. We've got a few, to be fair, and I think one of the cool things that I've been spotting is the team celebrations that you can do on the 3v3. I genuinely didn't even see some of them, and Taya-san's been showing some of the press around the online the 3v3 co-op, and just seeing them come together towards the corner, and suddenly, like, you'll see a square appear on top of a player's head based on that player, and a square, and you have to time it right, and then you do this kind of it's crazy. It's just awesome. So yeah, there's going to be some cool things to announce regarding celebrations.
And you talk about 3v3, 3v3 and 2v2 there. That kind of encompasses across a few modes, including My Club as well, My Club Co-op.
Yeah. Actually, I think we found out, and we were kind of surprised, weren't we? Because we were like, oh, wow, it's actually My Club Co-op as well. So I think that for us is going to be key. I think My Club will see a really nice improvement, mainly because of the presentation, the real player images, which is so important for My Club. I think that having that level of presentation impacts that mode more than others, I personally think. Obviously, the game plan is going to help as well. But seeing that with your team in My Club, I think it really helps give it that sort of, you know, premium feel. So for me, having that, being able to have, you know, play with a friend, not with you, but just having a team, and just, I think it's fantastic to be able to share that experience.
Yeah, cool. One of the things,
and my friend will be spending lots of money, not me.
So one of the things that we get asked about a lot on Twitter, social media in general, is player faces. What more can people expect without giving too much away?
I'm not going to give anything away, Asim. Actually, Asim's planning some really cool stuff after E3 about player faces. That's true.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
So stay tuned to the social. I've seen some cool ideas from Asim to get you guys fully updated with some of the incredible, and they are insane, faces coming to PES.
Okay, just before we wrap up, what can PES fans look forward to in the lead up to launch?
So next week we're traveling around Europe. We're letting community, press see the game, capture builds. It's going to be crazy next 2 weeks. And then obviously you got the same in LATAM.
Yep.
Listen, Gamescom's going to be insane. Absolutely insane.
Brilliant. Thanks, Adam. And just to give a quick heads up, we tweeted it out earlier, but we'll be on the IGN show showing some more gameplay at around 3:40 p.m. LA time. So tune in for that. You'll see Adam's beautiful face and some even more beautiful PES 2018 gameplay.
Yeah, to be fair, you will.
Yeah. So, Adam, cheers for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awkward
Next
handshake.
time.
Bye.
Yep. Are we just going to... Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in to PES 2018 live here from E3 2017. So before we close up, we did promise you a winner for the PES 2018 controller and headset bundle. So I know this guy will be pleased very, I know him personally as well. It's at Ash El Negro, YouTube's Shogun FC. He's won the bundle. Dude, we'll be in touch with you to get your details, and we'll send you the bundle. But guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back with our Spanish and Portuguese streams later in the day. And on Thursday, 10:30 a.m. LA time as well, we'll be back with another English stream. And we'll be giving away some cool prizes there as well. So stay tuned. And follow us on all our social channels, at Official PES on Twitter, facebook.com/PES on Facebook. And yeah, follow us for all the latest news. So yeah, we'll see you. Well, I'll see you back on Thursday. Thank you guys. Bye.